Hey guys, today I have the September Boxycharm unboxing and try on for you guys. And if you guys see Rocky there in the corner, it's because my husband and son are outside at the park and he can see them from the window. And if I leave him outside of this room, he will cry and scream, and then you guys will hear him in the background. So that is why he's there, and he's staring at the door like a sad little puppy, but he is gonna be okay. So just a little forewarning that he will be there, and he'll probably like be moving around, so he might catch your attention. So everyone always asks for how much the weight of the box is. This one is 0.80. So I will leave that in the down bar for anyone who is curious, as well as what number I got. I did peek into the box to see what I needed on my face. So I do have foundation, powder, and concealer on. And this month's is Wildflower. I have no idea how that kind of ties into September. Sometimes they kind of go with the theme of a month, you know, kind of like if it's Halloween or spring and that kind of thing. But this one is just kind of separate, because unless somebody can explain to me how this can kind of tie into September. But I do think it is pretty, like the little floral. I really like the variation of models that they have here on the bottom. I'm not sure if these are influencers or just models. Somebody let me know if you guys recognize any of them, because there are so many influencers nowadays that it's just extremely hard to know every single person, you know. And my version is number 3. So, okay, focus. Okay, there it is. So version number 3. So there are different versions of the box. There are different varieties of things that come in each box. So this is version number 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, and first thing that I'm gonna show are these brushes, and this is by the brand Alomar Cosmetics. They all are also the ones who did the palette that was very colorful and very beautiful. It was kind of like a Cuban inspired palette. I don't remember what it was called. Let me check. Okay, this was their palette, the Alomar Cosmetics palette, and this is called Reina del Caribe Volume 1, and a lot of these are from like Celia, Guantanamera, Cafecito, El Malecón. So this is very Cuban inspired, which I'm so excited because I'm going to Cuba this month, so I'm super excited. So yeah, so this is their palette, and Boxycharm had this in one of their boxes, and so now we have brushes from them, and this brush set is $18. It's 100% synthetic fibers. They are soft, durable, and essential to your collection. So there's a flat painter brush, and there's a fluffy blender, and I'm sorry that I scratched my nose with my middle finger, and then there's a flat tight liner brush. So I will be using these little babies here today. Hopefully I can get my whole look using these 3. And they seem really soft. I really like synthetic hair for the most part. There are some that I really prefer, like natural. It just feels like especially like my 219 from MAC. Oh god, why did they discontinue that? Anyway, so I will be using these babies and see how they apply everything. And to go with that, they did send us a palette, which is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale Smoky Eyeshadow Palette. So this is 12 highly pigmented shades. It is the Nightingale palette, which helps you create your best looks, matte, shimmer, and satin shades, and this is worth $35. So this is what it looks like right there. It has the beautiful Nightingale bird on here from Pretty Vulgar. I don't think I've tried any eyeshadows from them. I'm pretty sure that I have tried lip products or other things that they have sent us in Boxycharm. It has a nice little mirror, and it almost looks like a notepad kind of feel to it. And then these are the shades. So you get a matte cream color, a kind of beigeish cream color, a shimmer one, and then you get a gray and taupe matte, a brown kind of shimmer shade, a matte brown, and then kind of a, I don't want to, like a brownish with a hint of kind of like burgundish shimmer, a bluish black shimmer, a dark brown, grayish black, and black shimmer. So those are all the shades right there. Hopefully I described them right. And they all have different names: Nocturno, Pillow Fight, Flip Out, Silver Spoon, After Midnight, All Nighter. And on the back it doesn't say, you know, any of why it's called certain things, but it says embrace your beautiful contradictions. So that is nice. So this is what I'm going to be using on my eyes. I already prepped my eyes with a little bit of primer, and I'm going to go ahead and use Nocturnal with the fluffy brush. And there's not a lot of kickback to this, which is nice. And I'm going to use that as my... Okay, my husband just got home with my son. So I'm going to use that just to kind of set my primer. And that did not give a lot of pigmentation. It's just kind of like that all over kind of setting powder or setting shade that you tend to expect. Next up, I'm going to use Hide and Seek, which just seems like the perfect kind of transition shade for my skin tone. And I'm going to see how that applies. And I'm getting a little bit of fallout on my eye, like underneath. So you might want to tap off your brush. I should have done that, but oh well. Okay. I really like the way it is blending out. I feel like it's blending out really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and go into Flip Out, which is a little bit of a more browner shade, and apply that to the outer half of my lid and a little bit into the crease. And I don't know if you guys can see that here where I am getting fallout.
They do blend in nicely to each other, so that's nice.
The next shade I'm going to get is Clutch, and I'm going to use the flats brush from the Alomar and see how it applies it. Hopefully I won't need any Fix Plus or anything like that. Usually I do like to use glitter glue just because my eyes are a little bit more hooded. And I'm just going to apply that to the inner half of the lid and connect that. So it applies pretty good by itself. I think it would look a little bit better if it had a glitter glue or a little bit of Fix Plus. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of Fix Plus, but that is by itself. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of Fix Plus and see what it looks like. Okay, so I really do like it a little bit more just with the Fix Plus. I just feel like it gives that extra bit of pop, and I'm taking a little bit of that Flip Out and just adding that to the outer and blending those together. And I can already tell this is like a really smoky palette just because all of these are very, very smoky. Even just trying to use these shades, which are more neutral, you can already tell that this comes out really, really smoky. I'm just going in with a fluffy brush with nothing on it and just cleaning out the edges, just kind of making everything blend a little bit better. And for that inner corner, I'm going to try a little bit of Break Free, which is this little one here in the corner, which does have a little bit of shimmer to it. My brush is a little bit damp still, so I'm just going to use it like that. And just apply that to that inner corner for a little pop to just open up the eye, especially me with small eyes. I feel like when you have small eyes, it's good for you to do this just to kind of bring it open, especially when you use dark shades. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use I Spy, which is this brown, and I'm using just the flat brush from the Alomar. And just going to tight line that really close. Okay, I really like how small and really in there that is, because you can get really, really tight and close up. Just likewise, if you wanted to do that on the inner, I mean on the upper lash line, you would be able to do that as well. So this completes the eye look. Let me know what you guys think. How do you think it blended? It does really give a smoky look. This is just using more of the neutral shades, and I feel like it's pretty smoky. It's like a natural day smoky. So if you were to use a lot of these darker ones, then you would get really smoky eye looks. I do feel like you could use this on a day basis. For example, use maybe these two or these upper shades with these here. So you can get some everyday shades, but most of these down here is going to be for a really, really smoky look if you're into that. Overall, I feel like the palette really is nice. It's travel friendly. It's nice and sturdy. It has the the magnetic clasp that really holds it down, and you get a nice little mirror, and the shades really did perform really nicely, the ones that I did use. So let me know what you guys think of the overall eye look. Right now I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you guys. I'm just gonna, okay, that did not swatch well at all. So here is the matte white, this is the cream, and this is the one on my inner corner. So let's focus on those three. So this is the matte. This is kind of like that shimmer shade in the middle, and then the glitter one that I have on the inner tear duct. So here are the next four shades. So you get this shimmer gray, this matte brown taupe, the shimmer one that I have all over my lid, and the brown on the other crease. These three right here are the ones that I used on my eye. So these are the next two down, these two right here. And I really love these shimmer shades. They look beautiful. And this is just one swipe with my finger. So I think I would use these maybe all over the lid and just kind of use a brush to blend them up. That is something that I really love to do sometimes with colors. And it just is a really simple eye look, but it turns out really beautifully. And then let me swatch these matte ones on the bottom. So these are really, really dark. And as you can see right there, those are fully matte and fully just really dark shadows. So really a smoky palette. Now the next product in here is the Butter London Stroke of Wow Roll-On Liner. It's supposed to be a precise ultrafine wing liner. This is worth $19, and I'm a little afraid for this one just because I'm not that great at wing liner, and then to hear that it has a roll-on. So this is what the product looks like, and then okay. Oh, okay, so on the inside it has I don't know what you would call that, a kind of like a filter that you kind of just put it through. And then this is what you do the wing liner with. It's a little roller, and MAC had one very similar to this, and I saw so many videos on how it failed. So wish me luck. Hopefully this works out. I'm like terrified of it. So let's just try to do a little bit of a liner on the top lash line and see how that works out. So I'm not even sure if like this is the appropriate, oh god, I already marked my face a few times. Okay, so let's see how this, okay, that's not too bad. I don't know if you guys saw that. It just rolls. Okay. It creates a really thin line, which I do like. It is kind of hard though to build up on the line. It is the weirdest thing ever. It feels even weird to use it. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, I'm going to dip back in because I feel like my little wheel is dry. And hopefully it doesn't get too much product on. And okay, this is a little hard to use. I almost want to use it like a brush, and it's so hard to use this little wheel and get it exactly where you want it. And let me see if I can do a little bit of a wing. Okay, that was pretty easy to actually do, like the little template. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is a little higher than what I really like. The only thing is that I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I am getting just kind of like from the product itself, from touching it, I'm getting my face all dirty. So let me see if I can fill this in with this. Oh God. Okay. That is a pain in the woohoo. Okay. It's not it's not easy to control or to be precise with. I feel like I don't know who the hell thought this was a good idea. So let's see if I can kind of fix this up. I don't know if there's just like a learning curve. Let me know if you've used one of these wheel things and you love it or hate it. So far right now, I liked some of the application, and then I don't like some of the other, because I almost want to do like brush strokes, and it's really hard to with this wheel thing, like to fill in especially. So let me try to do my other eye, and hopefully it'll look somewhat like this one. So I did my left eye off of camera. I'm sorry, I just can't stop laughing because this is a hot mess. This wing, I could not even out with this one. This one just kept getting bigger and bigger, and before I had like a whole Amy Winehouse kind of thing going, I was like, I give up. I'm just gonna put on some mascara, liner, and just be done with it. So I did put liner in my inner waterline. I filled in my eyebrows a little bit and then put mascara on. The wing liner is a hot mess. This thing is super hard. It's just impossible for me. As far as like on the top lash line, it's good. I feel like I did a pretty good job except for the inner corners, but the wing itself is just really, really hard. So either you're really good at using different tools like this and you're an expert with this, or if you're a beginner or someone intermediate kind of like I am, I mean, it takes me a while to do wing liner. Sometimes it's a challenge with a brush. With this, it just makes it even more harder. So this is the most even I could get them. I'm pretty sure they are totally off. So I just got to a point that I was just like, screw it, I'm done. So those are my thoughts on that. Okay, so next product in here is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten, and this is worth $28, and that's the way it looks. This is in Tropic Hues, and I'm going to just use a blush brush and apply some of this. Okay, you get a little bit of kickback when you put your brush in there. And this one has kind of like more reddish. And usually with baked things, it just depends on, each one kind of has like its own way of being baked. So sometimes you can get more veining of a certain color than others. So this one has quite a bit of like reddish in here, like a burgundy. So this is pretty bright. I did apply quite a bit of it. So I think maybe I would be a little bit more cautious on the cheeks and not apply as much as I did. And then the last product in here is the Lorac Pro Liquid Lipstick. And this is worth $19. And I have yet to try one of their liquid lipsticks. So this is in the shade Deep Burgundy. Oh God, this whole look is like a hot mess today. So I don't think a lot of these things pair together. So let's see how this applies. And this is very, very dark. So So this is the lips on, and it did take quite a few coats, probably like 2 or 3 coats of it on certain areas, so that way it would be more even. It's starting to dry down, and it is matte, but it is comfortable and it's not sticky at all. This shade is very beautiful for fall. I don't think that I would pair it with smoky eyes though. I would probably do very light eye, which you could probably use these shades right here and do a very light eye, and then have the deep lips and like the rosy cheeks. I think that would really be very beautiful. But obviously I didn't really plan this whole thing out, so it's a little bit of a hot mess. Like I said, the whole roller thing just did not work out for me, but this lip is very, very beautiful for fall. I do like this, but you do have to use a few coats because one coat is gonna look, it's gonna look a little patchy. So overall, I am pleased with this box. I do like the palette. It is more smoky, kind of getting into that fall kind of look. And also the lip color and the blush. The brushes were really, really nice. They're super soft. They applied everything really nicely. The only fail in here for me, this Butter London Stroke of Wow is a stroke of no. Nope. This is a hot mess. I just could not. I don't know if maybe with a lot of practice it could get to a point where I could use it, but off the bat I'm just like, oh god, why would you make it even harder for me to make a wing liner? So this to me is a fail from this box, but everything else is amazing. As always, Boxycharm sends this to me for review purposes. It's $21 a month, but you get well worth more than that. As always, I will put the total value of this month's box around here. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts on all the products? What did you think? I'd love to hear back from you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, definitely hit that little red button down below. Love you guys, and until next time. Bye guys.